They told you oatmeal was the healthiest way to start the day, but if you're over 40, and especially after 60, that advice might be working against you. Why? Because while oatmeal may fill your belly, it's not doing much to rebuild muscle after 60. And when you're trying to stay strong, every breakfast either helps fight off muscle loss or silently fuels it. Today, I'm going to share the one breakfast that's not only more powerful than oatmeal, but actually helps protect your muscles, boost your energy, and keep your legs strong, even as the years go by. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a simple morning routine that could literally change how you feel for the rest of the day. Let's start with the elephant in the room, oatmeal. It's been praised for decades, and yes, it has some benefits. It's warm, comforting, full of fiber, and great for your heart. But here's what most people don't realize. For your muscles, oatmeal has two big problems. The first is that it's almost entirely carbohydrates. Now, carbs give you energy, yes, but without enough protein to balance them, it's often a short-lived energy that leads to a mid-morning crash. More importantly, the biggest issue with oatmeal is what it lacks: enough high-quality protein to fight back against age-related muscle loss. As we age, we all naturally lose muscle mass. It's a condition called sarcopenia. It's a slow, quiet process that can start as early as your 40s, where you can lose up to 8% of your muscle per decade. This isn't just about looks. It's why carrying groceries feels heavier, why you might hesitate before taking the stairs, or why you feel a little less steady on your feet. It's the creeping loss of your strength and your independence. To fight sarcopenia, your body needs to be in a state of muscle protein synthesis, a fancy term for muscle building. But this building process doesn't just happen. It needs a clear signal. Think of a powerful amino acid called leucine as the foreman on a construction site. Without enough leucine, the construction crew, your muscle building process, doesn't get the order to start working. A typical bowl of oatmeal has only about 5 or 6 grams of protein and not nearly enough leucine to get that job started. On top of that, as we get older, our muscles develop what's called anabolic resistance. This just means they get a little harder of hearing. They need a louder signal, more leucine, to get the message to grow. That quiet request from a bowl of oatmeal simply gets ignored. So you start your day in a state of breakdown from the overnight fast, and that breakfast isn't doing enough to flip the script. But what if you could change that tomorrow morning? So what's the breakfast that helps you rebuild muscle after 60, right from the moment you wake up? My go-to recommendation for my patients is surprisingly simple, yet incredibly powerful. 2 or 3 eggs, a half cup of cottage cheese, and a handful of sautéed spinach or other leafy greens. Now I know that might sound modest, but let me break down exactly why I recommend this trio again and again. This isn't just about protein numbers, it's about the timing and the type of protein. First, eggs. These aren't just a breakfast staple, they are nature's most efficient delivery system for muscle-building nutrients. 2 or 3 large eggs get you well into the protein zone you need, but their real magic is their high leucine content. Remember the foreman on the construction site? The leucine in eggs is what shouts the order to your muscles. Build, repair. It's the ignition key that starts the engine of muscle protein synthesis. But we don't stop there. Next up is cottage cheese, a food that might not win any gourmet awards but quietly outperforms most fancy breakfasts. A single serving packs a huge amount of protein, but it's the protein that's so important here. About 80% of it is casein, which is a slow-digesting protein. Think of it like this. The protein from the eggs is fast-acting, stopping muscle breakdown right away. The casein from the cottage cheese is slow-releasing, dripping amino acids into your bloodstream for hours. This helps you stay in a muscle-building state all morning long. It's this 1-2 punch of fast and slow proteins that makes the combination so effective. Finally, let's talk about the leafy greens. Sautéing a handful of spinach, kale, or Swiss chard isn't just for color. These vegetables are packed with magnesium, a mineral that is crucial for over 300 reactions in your body, including muscle contraction, energy production, and protein synthesis itself. Many adults don't get enough magnesium, which can lead to cramps and weakness. Adding greens ensures your muscles have the fundamental support they need to function properly and also helps reduce inflammation. This breakfast is a precision-engineered fuel source. The eggs provide the spark, the cottage cheese provides the sustained fuel, and the greens provide the support system. Now, you might be thinking, I can't eat the same thing every day, and that's completely fair. No one wants breakfast to feel like a chore. The good news is there are so many simple ways to keep this muscle-building meal interesting and help you rebuild muscle after 60. Instead of plain scrambled eggs, add some mushrooms, onions, or bell peppers. Here's a great trick. Whisk a quarter cup of cottage cheese directly into your eggs before scrambling. It makes them incredibly fluffy and boosts the protein even more. If you're not a fan of cottage cheese, a cup of plain Greek yogurt is an excellent substitute, also rich in slow-digesting casein. You can swap the spinach for kale, arugula, or even steamed broccoli. And if you're in a hurry, a smoothie with a scoop of protein powder, a handful of spinach and some Greek yogurt or cottage cheese works wonders. And what if you just really love oatmeal? You don't have to give it up, but I do recommend you upgrade it. The key is to flip the ratio. Instead of a bowl of carbs with a little protein, make it a bowl of protein with some carbs. Cook a smaller portion of plain, rolled oats and stir in a scoop of protein powder or a half cup of cottage cheese. This turns it from a meal that's working against you into one that truly supports your muscles. Your goal for breakfast should be to get around 25 to 40 grams of protein. Studies show this is the amount needed to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis in older adults, leading to real improvements in strength. The choice you make for breakfast is your first chance each day to fight back against sarcopenia. You can either start the day in breakdown mode or you can start it in rebuilding mode. Imagine a few weeks from now climbing stairs without feeling winded or picking up your grandkids without a second thought. This is the transformation that begins when you give your body the powerful building blocks it truly needs in the morning. So if you're serious about keeping your strength, try it tomorrow. Skip the plain oatmeal and go for the eggs, cottage cheese, and greens. It's affordable, it's fast, and it just might be the most important decision you make for your body all day. Now that you know what to eat for breakfast, add these simple habits to supercharge your morning. Start by hydrating with a glass of water or lemon water to wake up your body. Then move for 5-10 minutes with some light stretching or a short walk to get your blood flowing. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply and calm your mind, which helps lower stress and supports your overall health. Finally, step outside for at least 10 minutes of sunlight to boost your vitamin D, strengthen your muscles and bones, and lift your mood. When you pair these habits with a protein-packed breakfast, you set yourself up for a morning routine that builds energy, strength, and independence. Remember, this information is for educational purposes and not a substitute for personal medical advice. Always consult with your doctor to create a plan that's right for you. If this helped you, please subscribe for more daily tips on how to stay strong and energized at any age. And let me know in the comments, what's your go-to breakfast, and are you ready to try something new?